Welcome, folks. Landmark College is an extremely unique and important institution. We're one of only two in the nation that's dedicated entirely to students with LD. And indeed, we've had some great success recently with the completion of the STEM Center. We're also working on our first athletics field as well. For these students, they need a proper athletics field, so that's our major gifts project right now. But one of the biggest needs, of course, is what Bob mentioned. That's scholarship funds, access to our model. We are an incredibly robust model. We have 208 faculty and staff for 450 students. It costs a lot of money to run such an enterprise. And a lot of students simply can't afford Landmark College. They can't afford to enroll. Some can't afford to persist. And so this is why support for scholarship is so important, and that's the focus of tonight. Now, there are a lot of people who've helped the college over the years, too many to mention, but I'm going to spend a minute to talk about two key individuals, and they're our event sponsors, Nan and Chuck Strauch. Nan and Chuck, could you approach the stage, please? Yeah, don't get close to the mic, Chuck. I've seen you act before. Nan, you can come a little closer. That's kind of close, Nan. But Nan and Chuck are not just the event sponsors. They're just champions of Landmark College. And Chuck is a founding trustee and trustee emeritus. Nan is a current trustee. They've given to the college in so many ways, personally and professionally. I've been enriched by knowing them. I've learned a lot about leadership and management from Chuck. Nan has kept me honest and kind of humble at times. Thank you both. But we also want to mention to you tonight that in addition to a plaque we're putting up in the Strauch Family Student Center, we're presenting to you tonight an Landmark Accolade Award. It'll be a trustee accolade. Now, let me read what the Accolade Award is, folks. It's given to a community member or members who embody all that is good about the college's mission to change the way students learn, teachers teach, and the public thinks about education. The accolade, in this case, goes to individuals who, through direct experience at Landmark College, give back to the college in very powerful ways. Through their dedication to the college mission and to our students past, present, and future, these individuals actively seek to expand opportunities for individuals at LD. Now, Chuck and Nan, they believe in different educational models. Trust me, they believe in it. And they support us, and they support other institutions as well that dare to be different. On a personal level, on a professional level, I want to congratulate both of you for this award, and I want to thank you. So I think the award's right here. I'm going to hand it to you. Got it? Let me take it. If you'd like to say a few words, Chuck or Nan.
I will. My husband always speaks, and I'm not going to let him tonight. Yay! He talks too long.
That's a non-starter.
Anyway, I did want to say how much of an honor it is for us to be associated with Landmark, because we were here in the beginning when that school was mud, and we've been with it ever since, and there is nothing in our lives that has meant more, other than our 5 children, our 16 grandchildren, nothing that has meant more to us than to be associated with this. And we are particularly happy with the latest president, the best president of all, who has done so much on that campus and inspires all of us to help Landmark move forward. So please, we need scholarship money. These kids need to be there, and some of them can't afford it. So please be really generous tonight. Yes! Thank you. Okay.
I can tell you, first of all, I'm surprised that I wasn't introduced as the chairman emeritus. Emeritus is for people who are unable to make any further contribution other than money. So I got that message a number of years ago when they upgraded the board and put my wife on the on the board. I will say that Nan and I are involved in a lot of things. I bet everybody here tonight the same. I don't know of anything that we have ever done that I'm more honored with. Whatever success that I've had in the business world, there is no doubt about the fact that the top of our list is Landmark. We actually give more money to Landmark than we do to our alma mater. Both Lehigh and I think she went to Cornell, I think, as I remember. When she met me, I had no shoes, so I definitely had to marry up in order to cut the grade. Incidentally, we've been married for 58 years. 51 of them have been very, very happy. And I can tell you that the night that I came home and got her in trouble, or I got myself in trouble, I should say, because she had overspent the budget and we had run a bank overdraft, and I went crazy, and she broke down and crying, and I'll never forget that night, and it's the truth. And she said, we do not have a spending problem in this family. We've got an income problem. So there is no doubt that I got a spark lit and put in the right place that night. So I would like to just talk for a minute. I'm sorry, Peter, to overrun, but right. I would like to talk to one thing tonight about education. And I'm involved, Nan's involved in the higher ed thing. And I'm going to tell you, in my view, except for Landmark, the place is a mess. K through 12 programs are run, universities today are run primarily for the adults. And there's no other way to say it. It is true at the K through 12 level, with tenure, with teachers, 2 years before you can dismiss them. If you go to the college level today, you're talking about tenure, you're talking about the things that are not really relevant in today's world at university level. I can tell you, as part of the charter school movement I'm part of in New York City, if any of you are New Yorkers here tonight at all, right? There's probably not a week that goes by that I don't have a great conversation with Eva Moskowitz, who is Success Academy. And there is a woman who's made a difference. She starts with one school 10 years ago. She's got 34 schools today. She raised $38 million last year here in New York City for the charter school movement. And the reason she's got the $34 million is because Success Academy is all about the kids. So coming back to Landmark, faculty here tonight, how many faculty and staff? Please stand up. I've known these people for a long time, 30 years. I've been involved at Landmark. And I can tell you that I come back every year. There is no place that has more focus in Landmark than on the children, on the kids, than that place. How many of you have been to a Landmark graduation? Again, remarkable, remarkable experience. If you go to Landmark, there are no outside speakers, right? The kids, the children, the adults, whatever you want to call them. Some of them think they're adults, but they're really children. But in any event, give a talk for 3 or 4 minutes, and there will be no more moving experience that you could possibly imagine than that. And I will finish by telling a story that I can't help, and I apologize. No, I really don't. I will just say it again. That I have told this story many times because it tells everything you need to know about Landmark. Okay? I'm on the stage in the old Performing Arts Center, I guess it's currently the PM, and the stage is lit and the audience is dark. This is before the building of the gym. And each of the students are come up. I'm the chair of the trustees, and I'm going to hand out the diploma to each. So they come up, each of them, to the stage, and they get before the podium. And that remarkable day, a young lady by the name of Julie came to the podium, and she fumbled, and she had her gown, and she looked around, and she finally got her crumpled up notes, and she started to speak, and she froze. Couldn't say a word. Not a word. And out of the audience came a word, which is Julie. It's Grandma. I'm here for you. And the most remarkable dialogue that I've ever heard occurred at a commencement exercise in my life between a young adult who was struggling, a grandmother who had stepped up to get her through college. That kind of stuff is not happening in our universities today. And if any of you go to commencement exercises, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. I mean, everybody's trying to figure out how they can get out of there as quickly as they can. And when you go to a commencement exercise at Landmark, you will see a remarkable experience. So thank you for please put Landmark at the top of your list for giving. You will have no better investment you could possibly make. Thanks.